On our planned protest rallies, we confirm that they are on tomorrow, beginning 6 a.m. on the 2nd of May 2023. As we stated yesterday, the Constitution of Kenya, which in Article 37 provides that every person has the right peacefully and unarmed to assemble, to demonstrate, to picket, and to present petitions to public authorities. That has not been suspended. I repeat again, every person has the right peacefully and unarmed to assemble, to demonstrate, to picket, and to present petitions to public authorities. That provision has not been suspended. And our demonstrators tomorrow have been informed, and I repeat here, that tomorrow's demonstrations are going to be peaceful. Nobody is allowed to carry any weapon, and nobody should try to interfere with anybody's private business. We are basically demonstrating to present our petitions to respective authorities. Police cannot decide in advance that there shall be violence, then proceed to ban political activities that are protected by the Constitution. That is the making of a dictatorship. It amounts to a suspension of the Constitution. We will resist. We will resist. As we said yesterday, we shall present a petition to the IEBC, the Office of the President, the National Treasury, and the Public Service Commission. We repeat that the only violence and destruction of property that have taken place during our activities are when the police invade our marches and when Gachagua's hired goons to invade the Kenyatta family farm and stole sheep and cut down trees. Mr. Gachagua and Mr. Kamau Ichung'wah are themselves charged with sending goons to go and invade a farm and also a business premises, and no action has been taken by these police officers against them. It is instructive that to date, nobody has been arrested over that invasion of the farm. Nobody has been arrested over the destruction of Spectre International factory by goons hired by the same Gachagua. The state cannot purport to ban our activities on the grounds that it is protecting public property, while at the same time sponsoring the destruction of property in another corner of the city. So these demonstrations, as I've mentioned, are going to be peaceful demonstrations. Mr. Ruto, even today, has repeated that they are stand banned, that he's going to protect people's properties. We assure him there's going to be no destruction of people's properties. That is just an excuse. We assure Mr. Gachagua there will be no destruction of people's properties. Our people have been told to be peaceful. They're not even going to go to where people's places are. We're not going to markets. We're not going to shops. You say you're going to assemble at the Central Park in the city of Nairobi and march to the IBC headquarters and present a petition there. March to the office of the President along Uhuru Highway and present a petition. And also go to the Treasury buildings. There are no businesses along those streets. So therefore, nobody should come up with the excuse that they are going to protect people's properties tomorrow. They want to take this country to the dark days when people are not allowed to protest or to march. I invite them to see what's happening in France. Citizens have been demonstrating buying tires on the streets in France, and they are protected by the police. They've been demonstrating in Europe, in Britain. They've been demonstrating in Israel. They've been demonstrating even in Japan. So we want to tell these people that Kenyans fought very hard to bring this new constitution. We will ensure that the provisions of this constitution are protected. The civil rights of the people of Kenya must be respected by whoever is in the regime, unless they want to impose a kind of civilian dictatorship back on our people. Asanteni sana. End of the statement.
My name is Emmanuel Tor from KTN News. Just one question. Your previous attempts to access the CBD were unsuccessful. Okay.
Raise your voice.
All right. My name is Emmanuel Tor from KTN News. Your previous attempts to access the CBD were unsuccessful, and tomorrow you've targeted at least 4 government installations. How are you going to do this time around, and how are you going to access? Thank you.
Well, of course, you know where those institutions are. Last time, we were barred from entering CBD. We therefore were forced to actually go on the periphery of the towns. We never chose to go to places like Madari, or to Kawangware, or Kangemi, or Kibra, Mukuru Kwanjenga, Pipeline, and so on. But we were denied access to the CBD, where we had applied to go and peacefully demonstrate and present our petitions to the authorities concerned. Today, they are actually trying to repeat the same thing. You said that Kenyans fought so hard to bring this constitution to life, and that it is the responsibility of each and every Kenyan to defend provisions of this constitution. What these people are saying today is allowed to hold water. No Kenyan will ever be able to do any demonstration. All demonstrations will be illegal under the guise that you are going to be destroying people's properties, you're going to interfere with businesses of people, and so on. So they are trying to create a very, very dangerous precedent, and this must be resisted by all means.
Last question. Prime Minister, thank you. I am Ayub Abdikari from Citizen TV. And this is generally a concern from the Kenyan public. You hold on to a position granted by the Constitution. That's given. The government says we are banning that based on the destruction of property and the chaos that might accompany your protests. But I'm concerned on behalf of the Kenyan people as a professional because of the political uncertainty. You are a leader in this country who is held in high esteem. The president exercises authority from the people as it is happening at the moment. Just when will this uncertainty end? Because look, investments are dipping. The economic crisis in the country is one that Kenyans are unable at the moment to fathom. Investors can't have the heart to invest again in the country, and it's staining